pace. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing, I skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, when you're poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. At first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Ready, flag, we're going out. Check, line 54, cut. Check. Clean from the scene.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Wait, 20. 54 Mike. I got you.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple of years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
20.
Check 45 to Mike.
Following a fumble recovery. Goff. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now it's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Wait. Let's go.
Winston now. Escaping the pressure right. Now, well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again with Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Rams 14, Buccaneers 7. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Glasgow breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Watch safety creep.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 89 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first and 10. Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Winston now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Here's Gall. That's complete to John Ross. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. John Ross, 96 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 6 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jameis now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seemed into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Mike, 45. I'm coming. 49, check 49, check 49. We go, 76.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Winston and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Super 66. Louis.
After the interception, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Tell you one. Listen.
He's coming.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Winston. They'll run under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You got tight right there. Hard ball. Watch the shit.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Going deep downfield for Ross. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
On third down, Jackson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald, and it'll be fourth down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
36-yard line.
Mike 20. Mike 45. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that takes us from second to third down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands first and... The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go. Hurry up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see. Brandon Cooks! And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Rams 52, Buccaneers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Let's go.
On first down, Brown. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
What we got?
And Jackson throwing once more. And he slings one that's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Foot on. 180. 45. Switch up. Switch up. Move. Move. Move.
Gurley again here on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Goff now looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Levante David. And he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Rams 62, Buccaneers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. A gain of 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson to throw again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
Again, Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to get a score back. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check it tonight. 20.
45 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
We go. 76. 76.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that will be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevon Seymour. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. It makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Goff now looks to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bucs 30.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.